Hi, I'm Pantazi. Today we're going to take a look at another Hohan Sokens target. This target is called Seidon. Now, he describes that this is a feinting target rather than a fatal target, which means that we don't have to do a modern adaptation. But I'm still going to do the demonstration in the extended video and show you exactly what it's affecting and how it's affecting it, and some good ways to attack it, like the trajectories, because that confuses a lot of people. You can see all these targets, not so much in the Mubishi because they're like really rustic drawings, and there's no accuracy, there's no real good descriptions, and the pressure points that they were listed is that's not what Hohan Sokens or Miyagi or Fujita or any of the older instructors that documented these targets. They didn't use that paradigm, and neither does Hohan Sokens. Now, he's got his own names for them, and the Seidon does mean something, and he goes into that in his notes, but we're more interested in the effects and how the trajectory is used. Now, he used two weapons. Basically, what he listed in his notes were the Hiraken, which is that leopard paw fist, okay, and he also said the Nukite was a good weapon for use. Now, again, those were his uses for them, and the Nukite would be really difficult to do on this target at a distance if you were in a sparring range or even in a long, an arm's length range. Very difficult to target with those. However, if you were in a clinch position, it could be utilized. Now, in the demonstrations that we're going to do on the extended video, I'm going to show you a couple other weapons that you can use. You can use any kind of weapons. You could use your forehead, you could use your elbow, you could use knees. Any of them will work, okay? It depends on what level of damage you want to incur with it. Okay, and as soon as you start working with these targets and you start hitting them, you're going to notice that they do have a lot of pain. Okay, and then is of course a neurological shock, which will take you, depending on how much power you issue into it, it'll take you anywhere from a mild shock or just like a spasm backward with the whole body arches back and away, or you could just drop the person instantly into unconsciousness with these. Again, they're feinting targets, so we don't have to adapt them from the fatal targets like we have been in the past. Now, in the past few notes that we've covered, where he lists it as a fatal attack, of course we can't do that these days because there's legal ramifications and you're personally liable. So we just want to shock the body, and that's what these targets do. Now, there's actually two targets that are involved in this. Seidon is a compromise between an upper and a lower target, and these are all on this Yodan, which is the upper level range of targets that he lists out. So it's a fantastic target. I use it a lot when I do the Nahanchi, where I come up with one and then out to the side. So you can either use the back of the hand or the blood pool hand set of knuckles, come on a rising type of an idea like the form shows, or a dropping iron bone hand. So it's all up to you as to what your weapons are. Again, you could use your elbow, your headbutt, you could do your knee, you can do even a shoulder, okay? And you can also use choking techniques with these. Okay, they're very specific targets, but you can get them easily in a fight. And remember, when you're in a sparring range, that's not where Kyusho is the most applicable. Yes, it works very well, okay? But it's really applicable when you're in a clinch position, or you're standing grappling, or on the ground grappling. That's where Kyusho really shines, and that's basically when the fight begins. The sparring range, or that metering of each other when you're doing your kickboxing or your punching back and forth, you're gaining that distance, you're gaining timing, you're seeing how the opponent moves, and then you move in for the clinch and the real battle. and that's where the Kyusho is really where it works. But again, you could use this in that sparring range and get that neurological shutdown. So that's Seidon. Stay tuned for the extended videos in the Patreon channel, the Platinum subscription, as well as the extended videos here on YouTube.